all the things that I fought outside of boxing, I've never fought inside the ring. Like, the ring is so easy. Like, me fighting inside the ring is easy. The things that I've dealt with in life is so much harder. Like, I've been through the worst. Like, I've been through at the bottom, rock bottom, and I still came on top.
You right with Gym 60? I said, you right with Gym 60?
It's a funny story. I actually met Mike, I think he was about 12 or 13. I lived around the corner from him, and I would always see him out there during school hours. I was like, you don't go to school? Like, what are you doing? And then I started to see him on the weekends washing his dad's cars.
And I guess he had some episodes of being bullied. And boxing was one of his outlets, you know, to defend himself. And his brother started him as a kid training.
Because I want him to know like how to defend himself in the streets, just in case I'm not around, nothing like that.
And they ended up, you know, wanting to come to a gym where they can get a little further in their career.
Just starting when we was kids, like just training them with the pads in the back of the house, 1, 2 in the bag and stuff like that. And then he wanted to take it serious, and I told him come to Big CES Boxing Gym.
You have a lot of kids that come off the street where usually they might be doing something negative, and we get them in here. Sometimes we don't even charge them. If we're gonna charge them, we have them clean windows, put gloves away, things of that nature.
Jason's the man, you know, from being the first Olympian from Rhode Island, you know, having 300 amateur fights, you know, just boxing-wise, like he was the man.
He actually came to the gym and started putting in work. He showed a lot of promise.
So, you know, he's taught me a lot of tricks and new ideas to do in the ring. Like he has that old school soul too, so it's fun, you know, having him in my corner and teaching me things and telling me things that I don't see that he points out, and then I look into it and I'm like, oh, all right, you know, he got the eye for it.
Well, if you know anything about Mike, the kid has been a fighter since he was born. And that's the kind of thing that you really can't teach anybody. So once you get one of these kids that comes in there and you test him and you put him in there with opponents and he tried his best, win or lose, or even, you know, take a couple of beatings, he kept coming back and he kept working hard, and you know you can teach the rest.
The biggest person that I say that helps me out and like is always on top of me is like Lauren Estrada, father of Jason Estrada. Like this guy, like he's always on top of me, making sure that I'm running, that I go see Joe in the morning, that I come to the gym. Anything outside of boxing that he helps me, like he always helps me out, making sure I'm always good financially. You know, he's always if I need a job, he finds me a job. Anything I need, that guy is always on top of me. Like he's more than a father figure.
Mike was, I guess, he was one of these kids that was bullied as a kid. If you know his story, his condition.
A local boxer who's overcoming his own challenges has a message for kids. Don't let anything stop you.
Valentin has Hirschsprung's disease.
That's where all your intestines have no nerves. The nerves are real weak. I had to get a colostomy bag once I was born.
The Rhode Island Athletic Oversight Commission suspended Valentin after he came out with his story.
When I was growing up, I used to have a lot of abdominal pain. And they could never find what was causing it. So from I was like 4 to like 10 years old, I always used to be in the hospital. I used to go for a visit. I used to go to the emergency room, like I'm in pain, this, that, and the third. And I would automatically stay there for 3-4 days a week. They're trying to find out what's going on, like what's causing it, and they could never find it.
One of these health situations where he would probably not be allowed to fight. He kind of overcame that, got permission from his doctors, fought amateur for a few years, and then came up to me and told me one day, I want to turn pro at 18, which I thought was probably impossible because the commissions are pretty strict on that.
I never told anybody about the bag. I had 42 amateur fights and nobody knew about the bag. Nobody from USA Boxing knew about the bag. I'd go to the weigh-ins, I'd register, I'd do my little physical, and they never seen the bag. I hit it. And I turned pro, 17, I have 4 pro fights. And then they offered me to take it off. We was doing tests and stuff like that. They were talking about taking it off. and I really didn't want to do the surgery, but I didn't want to live without the doubt that I didn't do the surgery at that time, saying, you know, later down in life, what if I did it? What if I would have done it when I was that age, you know, probably would have worked. But deep down inside, I knew it wasn't gonna work, and we just, my fourth pro fight, once we knew we was gonna have surgery for it, once we decided that we were gonna continue with the surgery, I decided to tell the world my biggest secret that nobody ever knew. You know, only my close family and close friends knew. So when I told the whole crowd, like, it went viral. Like, I was on ESPN, I was on Telemundo, the New York Daily News, and it went viral. The people loved it, and that's what I did it for, you know, to be an inspiration for others. And then I got suspended for it from the Rhode Island Boxing Commission.
Growing up, I was overweight. You know, most of my life I was overweight.
One thing that separates Josh from everybody else is work ethic.
This is my first belt I won, Rocky Marciano. The tournament I actually fought Michael Valentin in.
A good kid is going to commerce school, he likes to fight school, sometimes skipping class.